I can't wait.
Going live in 2. Hey guys, Joe here from Big Shark Gaming, and today I'm all alone.
Hey, skip dude, don't worry, hang on.
I guess I'm not alone.
I don't see the thumbnail yet. There it is. Oh, God. Oh, no.
It's
not even you.
I know. I know it's not me. It's Evan. Shout out to Evan, aka the Evan Knight on YouTube. He actually doesn't do anything on YouTube
He's no
anymore.
more Big Shark Gaming than Axel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
That is too funny.
as you guys see by the name of the title, it's Jay interviews Joe, in case you can't read English.
Oh, fuck.
And if you can't understand English, well,
What time tell you can't read English?
No.
So, the way we're gonna do this is after every single race, Jay's gonna read me a new question.
We'll ask you.
Yeah, ask me a new question. Let's go with Baby Mario today.
I have 12 and a half.
Okay, 12 and a half questions. I have 10 for you.
One of them is 2-part.
Okay. Yeah, I have 10 for you, but that'll be on Tuesday. So make sure you guys join us on Tuesday. And hello, Ariel Estrada. I won't be able to play MK because I have a Switch and I have MK8DX.
Why Tuesday, Joe?
What's Tuesday?
Because Tuesday I'm off. And
Yes, but Tuesday's the 27th.
what does that mean?
That's when our PG Maker comes out.
Oh please, you act
know
like you're gonna be so busy.
He will be, bro.
Alright, so Jay, without further ado, ask your first questions, and if you guys watching want to ask a question, feel free to ask a question as well. I'll answer those. I'm on the hot seat here,
Okay.
so
One more
I'll
life.
start off the first question with the first question I wrote down in my notebook.
I wrote mine down.
Okay. This is finally happening. What's finally happening? I feel like we've done this before.
We've done something like this before.
I know we've done it with Mom before.
Yeah.
Why are you using Baby Mario?
Because I've been trying to use something different every single time, and I never use Mario, so. Is that your first question?
Baby Mario and Baby Luigi are exactly the same.
Yeah, but sometimes I just like the aesthetic. This is finally happening, yes. Jay's interviewing me, putting me on the hot seat. If you guys have any questions you want to ask me, now is the time. Oh, fuck.
It's time for an on-the-spot interview, even though the interview is preordained.
Yes, okay. Well, it's just...
He got you.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Alright, so Jay, ask that question. And I'll... when did me and Jay first meet? I met Jay in August of 1995. In North Shore Hospital.
He came to my hospital.
Yeah, I came to visit him before he was born. You would say I was a long-term friend of his mom.
Yeah, they knew each other for like, what, 5 years?
Yeah, well, 4 years and 11 months at that point, but who was counting? Jay and I, for those of you who don't know, Jay and I are brothers. He's my little brother. He's 21,
boy.
I'm 26. I'll be 27, he'll be 22.
Never would have guessed it.
And, yeah, well, spoilers. So I met
So
Jay.
you spoil the story of my life.
I was supposed to meet Jay in November of 1995.
We could have had the same birthday.
But I came early.
But yeah, it's story of your life, huh?
Ew.
But my mom had some complications, which led to my brother having a forced evacuation, where he was born prematurely, and he was born 3 months premature
I had a forced evacuation.
at 1 pound 6 ounces,
He wasn't
and
paying rent.
that's the second time that I dodged lightning this race, and I still finished in 7th. So I was there when Jay
How
was
did this
born.
turn about an interview about me?
Well, no, Knox asked,
Is Jay racing?
when did you two first meet? And
Well, I'm in a race now, so this question's gonna have to wait until after that.
Yeah, because you had to keep talking.
well, the race just ended, so we're in.
You spelled censored wrong.
Oh,
I didn't spell that. He spelled it wrong. So thank you, Knox, for asking that question. If you're asking when did Kelly and I meet, Kelly and I met in January of 2015. That's where the numbers in my NNID come from. So we met almost 3 years ago.
My 12827 is because I met my wife on January 28th, 2027.
No, it's because 64 times 2 is 128, and 27 is Jay's favorite number.
And I needed 8 characters in my
I got
username.
Yeah, it's the same thing here. So Jay, ask me that question.
Okay. When you first started Big Shark Gaming, which I'll probably just call BSG from here on out, when you first started BSG, where did you see it going?
I think it's exactly the same as where I saw it going. At first when we started Big Shark Gaming, which will be 5 years ago this January, and that's not
Wow.
that's not how long we've been doing YouTube, because we've only been doing
Way
YouTube
longer.
yeah, way longer. When we started, and we were only doing like game reviews and gaming news and anime reviews and anime news,
And Dragon Quest.
and Dragon Quest and Pokemon. It ended up being something that was just like,
More than 4 years.
Wow, people kind of like this, don't
Because I
they?
thought it started a year.
oh yeah, it would be 4 years. You're right. It's 4 years, not 5
I
years.
wasn't even there when it started.
My bad. Kelly's right, because we celebrated our 1 year anniversary the day Kelly and I started dating. So it would be 4 years. Great friends? No, me and Jay aren't great friends.
They're the best of friends.
We're great enemies. But yeah, no,
No, we're rivals. How are we getting 5th?
I think when we started Big Shark Gaming, it was always going to be one of those things where it's like, I like to write, you like to write, we both liked video games.
Let's write about video games.
Yeah, and I felt like you and I were kind of like doing our own thing and drifting away a little bit. So it was something that we could do to like get back into that.
There are a lot of
flow.
bombs
Yeah.
at the airport.
Yeah, that's no good. And the one thing that we had in common was that we both like games, and I really like sharks. So
To this day, I still move for it to be Big Penguin Gaming, but apparently that's a subdivision now.
well, Jason is going to start Big Penguin Gaming soon. So
Well, it really depends on what you mean by start.
oh, I just hatted this person with a bomb, and it went right through it. But yeah, I think Big Shark Gaming started off as hobby writing, and now it's become hobby streaming. Because we were really stressing ourselves out beyond belief, trying to find news that wasn't existent, and trying to sit there and like
not fun.
overwrite things, which is what most gaming websites do. They overwrite the tiniest little bit of details, and we weren't big on doing the whole like
Game explain.
rumors that we would over evaluate and over explode. So yeah, I think Big Shark Gaming is actually still the same as what it was. We've changed focus and interest a little bit, where we no longer do like game reviews and stuff like that. We still do, but most part we play games now, and that's more fun than it was in the past. All right, so next question, Jay.
Okay, the next thing I have in my notebook right now is 6 black, lime, yellow, 4 black, none. Wrong page. Don't worry what that is. When streaming, how often do you find yourself going out of your way for fan requests, like Splatoon weapon requests and Mario Kart stuff?
I don't ever feel it's out of my way. I really like to try to engage the chat room, and I really like to have the people who are watching involved because I kind of feel like it makes them part of whatever we're doing without them actually having to be part of what we're doing. So if I sit there and say, hey, what weapon should I use next in Splatoon? Or what Mario Kart character should I use next? One, it makes the people watching feel important. It makes them feel like they're involved. And it also adds that sense of like, hey, check this out. Like, yeah, like, and it kind of seems like we have that commandeership where it's just like, hey, I was watching this live stream, this dude used the Kart that I said that I wanted him to use. Hey, Enrique. If you're just joining, I'm on the hot seat right now. Jay's going to interview me.
I'm on the wood seat.
Yeah. He's on the vinyl seat, so it's better off that his isn't hot, because then it would be sticking to his legs. But yeah, if you have any questions you want to ask me, now's the time. But yeah, I feel like the reason why I try to engage people in the chat and ask them to oh, what should I use, or when I'd be like, oh, what Pokemon should I use on my next team? It's more of just a sense of getting people involved and getting everybody on the same focal content, because I feel sometimes people will come in and they'll just start talking about whatever, and people kind of ignore it. But if people are still talking about the same thing that was stealthily snuck in there, then it becomes easier for
point.
What?
Ah, you hit me with your stupid shell. Sorry, go on.
No, that's pretty much the end of the thought. I don't feel like it's ever I force myself to do it, or I find myself doing it. I feel like it's more something that it comes naturally. Oh wow, I'm getting fireballs from the front and the back.
Oh,
God
yeah.
damn.
How did I end up in first?
Blue shell.
Yeah, but it hit me and I almost fell off the cliff.
That backfire flowered.
Stop.
And now, how are you in 7th, Joe?
I'm in 6th. Now 7th. Now 8th. You're the big baby here.
You have a pimple on your face.
Yeah?
That's what we let babies do.
Alright, well, I went from 1st. Somehow I was gifted 1st, and now I'm in 8th.
Okay. Are you ready for the next question?
It's under the skin, I think.
I am.
What's your favorite BSG moment? Mine's chocolate. That's exactly what I wrote, by the way.
I think
I even wrote Doc Lewis voice.
one of my favorite BSG moments is the moments that, unfortunately, we can never put up on YouTube, and I was playing Just Dance.
Oh, that was great.
Oh, God.
That was
fun.
It was one of the first moments where me, you, and Kelly all had a say in something to do with Big Shark Gaming. And also, there were so many funny moments that came out of that. Like you doing the Spice Girls thing, that will be forever embedded in my mind. And I've watched that video so much. Also, on the low, one of my favorite moments was when I hit you with the on-the-spot interview and you had that giant container of spaghetti. Do you remember that?
Oh my God, I forgot about that.
Yeah, we used to do these things, for those of you who are just joining.
I actually made reference to it in the video.
Yeah, I used to come out of nowhere and do these on-the-spot interviews with Jay where I would randomly ask him a question. That video is on YouTube. Or you mean the Just Dance. But yeah, the video, I used to do these on-the-spot interviews, and one day I came downstairs and Jay was eating this giant Tupperware, and I mean it was one of the 4-quart Tupperwares of leftover spaghetti, and he had so much in his mouth. I was like, it's time for another on-the-spot. And he's like, oh no. It was so funny.
I wanted to kick him. I couldn't punch him because my hands were full.
And it was I used to catch him at the
worst times.
Yeah, it was the best times. And I would love to get the Just Dance videos up there, Knox. The problem is every single time I upload them, YouTube will block them. And I've tried everything. I've tried contacting YouTube. I've tried buying the songs to put it up, and every single time it gets copyrighted and taken down. And there's really nothing I can do about it. They're edited. They're fully ready to go up. It's several parts.
I think you could just put the one part.
Oh yeah, I could put that part. I should definitely put that part.
That part's my favorite.
That part's so funny. I want to put that one. Oh, I did put the one of him singing a Pearl Jam song up.
Oh yeah.
Where, oh, where can my bullet be?
Oh, fuck you, Jay. You know what other one I want to put up on YouTube? Mickey, why are you smoking so much?
Oh, by the way, guys, I swear I can sing better than that.
Go for it.
No, not right now. I'll do it Thursday.
Tuesday.
This is your day.
This is my day. And everybody always hears me sing, and I think they're pretty much over it. Oh no! Jay! Jay!
What's up?
You just hit me with
Okay.
a green shell, now I came in 7th.
I didn't hit you with the green shell.
Yeah, you
I got
did.
nothing but mushrooms.
Oh. Alright, well. Moving on, question number 4 by Jay. Enrique came in last.
Okay.
That's my
Actually,
favorite thing
Kelly,
ever.
Questions for you.
Oh no.
What? Oh,
Kelly,
Kelly.
this question's for Kelly.
Okay.
Kelly, do you feel that being part of BSG affected your look on games, or was that mostly just from Joe?
I think it's pretty even. I had to deal with it no matter what with him, so. But this part's fun. I like interacting with you more.
You, as in Jay, and
Yeah,
not.
Jay.
No offense.
to anybody else.
Let me take a look at the chat. I just my thing went to sleep. Let's see. Chat says, hello, Enrique. Wonderful.
But yeah, so to put the situation in perspective, when I first met Kelly, she didn't really like video games too much. One would even say she hated video games, which kind of was weird because obviously at that time I had a 1-year-old company based around video games. And it's hard to say to a girl who hates video games, hey, listen, like, I'm gonna play video games. But, like, I'm the firm believer of there's a video game for everybody. There's a game out there that everyone will enjoy. And I feel like the very first game that broke the mold for Kelly was Life is Strange.
No, I would say Fallout. I
Yeah,
was addicted to that game.
Fallout was one of those games. And we got Fallout, like,
Christmas.
yeah, and you give it to me a little bit early.
Yeah.
Don't tell your mom. Because she'll be mad. But when we were playing Fallout, it was the first time where, like, Kelly had really seen an immersive game like that and really seen how far video games have come in terms of, like, story mode and graphics and just the way that, like, video games now handle themselves. And she was genuinely addicted to it, and she would be like, hey, let's play Fallout, let's go. She'd wake me up early and just be like, let's play Fallout. She helped me platinum it, and, you know, we have a lot of inside jokes. That's another game that I wouldn't mind going back and replaying for the stream. The only problem is that, like, there's so much stuff that I did, and I completed every single, like, alternate story on it. Because, for those of you who don't know, one of the trophies, there's one for each ending. I just so happened to luck out and have a save file that was, like, moments before choosing which organization you choose to go with, whether it's the Railroad, the Minutemen, the Brotherhood of Steel, or what the fuck is the other one? The Institute. And I had that save, and I was able to just breeze through the other ones and get those trophies real quick. But Yeah, and then like after that, it went from like being one good game, and we played Cyber Sleuth right after, which was a completely different game. Yeah, which is a completely different game from Fallout. And at first, you didn't really like it, and the more in depth you got, and the more like the story became immersive. I feel like you got more and more into it because of how good the story of that game, which was really surprising. But I feel like Kelly's never hindered me playing video games, and I feel like you did a really good job being open-minded and accepting of, all right, let me give video games a shot, especially with somebody who actually has knowledge of video games and like really sees them as an art form as opposed to just like digital content. All right, Jay, next question.
Okay. I think this might have been answered already, but when and how did you come up with the idea for Big Shark Gaming?
I had toyed around with the idea to do Big Shark Gaming for a while. Even like probably upwards to like a year before I even like mentioned it to you. And I remember like the exact conversation was, "Hey, do you want to make a gaming company where we do reviews and reviews for games and animes and stuff?" And we were just like sitting over dinner, and you're like, "Sure. What exactly do you want to do?" I was like, "I don't know. We can make a Tumblr and like find gaming news and stuff like that and post about it." You're like, "Okay." And it was like one of those things where we kind of expected it to like do it for like a week and then kind of just let it phase out like many of our video games did.
And then we did it for like a year and a half before we let it phase out.
But it wasn't really like we let it phase out.
We kind of grew out of Tumblr.
Tumblr was like, we had huge amounts of success. And it was like, just the process.
What's that Tumblr is for porn?
No. But like, just the process of like having to go on and post and like, then our Tumblr, if you remember, our Tumblr stopped working. And it was like, I couldn't post from my phone. You couldn't post from your computer. The only way I could post was from my computer, and we were sharing a computer, and it was like I said, the news was starting to dry up, and it was like we were forcing content to come out, and
that's always bad. You can never force content like that.
Yeah, like I was getting tired of doing
written content.
I was getting really like tired of doing Pokemon Corner, and time was one of those things where it was like we were both very busy, and it was like, man, this is too much of a hassle. It's become too much like unfun, and bit by bit we stepped away from it, and Big Shark Gaming ultimately became what we do now, and that's just carefree live stream video games. And like, I always wanted to have Big Shark Gaming as completely raw footage. Like, you guys have seen, like, it's very minimal, if any, editing. And
I literally only do editing on my thumbnails.
Yeah, like, I feel like there's a lot of people just, like, glitching in front of me. There's too many people on YouTube who make videos and only include the funny parts. They leave out the part where, like, their dry humor doesn't go over. They leave out the parts of games that, like, aren't the funnest, or when they do bad. Hey man, if I fucking cut out like the parts of videos where I do bad, I would never be able to play Mario Kart Live.
Yeah, because you have bad moments a lot, don't you?
And if I cut out every part where I thought I was annoying or not funny, I would never be able to have any of the videos that I put up.
If I cut out the swaths of silence I have in my videos, the video would be like 10 times shorter.
And like, I feel like there's a certain aesthetic that is lost on videos that like aren't showcasing that weirdness. People are fucking weird, and hiding that weirdness is something that like people shouldn't do. Just be yourself. And I get it, like, everybody has their own sense of the video they want to put up, and that's what's the great thing about YouTube, is you can do whatever you want with your videos. Our aesthetic is that we don't edit because we want it Do I scratch? What do you mean?
Your itches. You scratch them.
Yes, I scratch my itches, and I also scratch scratch-offs. I also...
Do you scratch records?
No. I do not. Alright, but yeah, Jay, moving on to the next question.
What is your favorite moment in gaming, and what is your least favorite moment?
My favorite moment in any game, or while I was playing gaming?
The original question was any game, but let's extend it to while gaming.
I think my favorite moment in gaming was when you and when you and I first beat Terramorphous from Borderlands 1.
2.
No, yeah, Borderlands 2, you're right. Sorry, guys. Borderlands 2, when we first beat Terramorphous, we were so super amped up after it. And we did it without, like, using cheap tactics.
It started our legendary hunt.
Yeah, and I loved playing Wii Bowling with Kelly on the live stream as well. Like, that was really fucking fun to do. And I really, really loved the Minecraft streams that we all do together. Those are always really fun, and I guess it's not the greatest gameplay. Because we kind of just...
It's not really that great of a game to watch.
Yeah, I mean, we're not making anything, like, incredible. We're kind of just going with the flow. Who cares?
I mean, yeah.
But as far as, like... I think the first time I beat a Thunderjaw on Horizon was pretty great. Beating Dark Souls 2 was cool. There's so many great moments, but I think like one of my favorite moments of gaming was when you and I sat down and we really grinded out to beat Terramorphous for the first time. And it was funny because like we were so like super stoked about it. That night we were having sloppy joes for dinner, and we were just like, "Oh, this meat was provided by Terramorphous."
What's your least favorite moment?
My least favorite moment was probably falling asleep during Dirge of Cerberus. Several times.
Oh, because you're wearing red today.
Maybe Tales of the Abyss.
Oh, yeah. I couldn't get far in that game either.
Because like Tales of the Abyss is one of the games of the Tales series. It was the first one on the 3DS, and I bought it the day it came out, and I tried to like. I hadn't played a Tales game in so long, and actually, I'll change my answer because I know exactly what my least favorite video gaming moment in my life was. I just, like, it came right to my mind. I was like, you fucking idiot, why didn't you say this instead? But yeah, forcing myself through that game was just cringeworthy. No, I don't like parties. I'm not a very big party person. Enrique Vlogger2 asked. Yeah, Enrique asked, do you like parties? No, I do not like parties. I like game parties. I don't like going to actual parties. I'm a very minor, like a very small crowd type of person. Besides the fact that like I'm socially awkward, I don't really get along with people too well, and part of that is like my snappy attitude, and also like I have a very like abrupt sense of humor that only like certain people can mesh with. And I feel like I'm one of those people where, like, people are either going to really, really like me or people are going to fucking hate me. And I feel like a lot of people go with the latter. And that's not anything to do with, like, me or anything like that. It's just that, like...
It's just the way you tick.
Yeah, like I said, I'm a very, like, solitary person. I don't really care for crowds. I don't really care for, like... Which is weird that, like, I do this. But I know like people can relate.
It's just different.
I know Aaron Hansen has like talked about it before as well. Like, it's hard to like really portray yourself in a way that like isn't you, and I'm not the type of person that will ever force that on myself. But yeah, Jay, least favorite gaming moment of all time when Sony sent me that holiday pack and Beautiful Joe wiped out my entire memory card.
You blamed me.
You blame Jay.
I blamed Jay at first, and then I realized what it was, because a lot of people were having that issue with Beautiful Joe. And it wiped out so much stuff. But because it wiped out so much stuff, that's when I became like a god in fucking Final Fantasy IX. Got to fucking replay Final Fantasy IX. I was like, this game is amazing. And I learned how to beat that game in 6 hours. It's a 4-disc game. That takes most people 80 hours.
I mean, it's designed to be beaten that fast. They give you stuff.
Yeah. It's fucking hard to beat it that fast. I can't do it now. I could probably beat it in 10 hours. Alright, so...
Is that still fast enough to get Excalibur?
Yes.
What is it, 12 hours for Excalibur?
I think it's 11. I don't remember 100% off the top of my head. Excalibur is a weapon for Steiner. It's Excalibur 2.0, right?
Basically the best weapon in the game.
Yeah, I love Mario Party.
Mario Party's not a party.
I love Mario Party. It's just that I am so unlucky in that game. You think I'm unlucky in Mario Kart? You think I'm unlucky in Mario Kart? I could go through Mario Party, win every single minigame, and still lose.
Yeah, see, it's happening.
It'll be like, when you're giving out the stars at the end, it'll be like, happening space star. Oh, red space star. I'm like, I didn't do any of these.
Oh, look, I just landed on a blue.
Yeah, like I'll have like 6 stars, and it'll last like 3 turns. I'll end up with 0. Alright, but Jay, next question.
Okay, let's see.
Oh, look, it's 11. 16, it's your birthday. Everybody say happy birthday, Kelly.
What?
It's not really Kelly's birthday.
Oh. Seeing as you brought up Waffle Dino, how have other YouTubers affected your presentation?
I brought up Waffle Diner. Oh, Evo right there. I think that the closest person to me in like the way of talking, like voice discipline and like sense of humor, the person closest to that is Gus Sorolla of YouTube from Rooster Teeth. I feel like we both have like a very...
That doesn't surprise me. You love Rooster Teeth.
What?
That doesn't surprise me. You're always a big advocate of Rooster Teeth.
I'm still a big advocate of Rooster Teeth. I think the things that they're doing are...
It's fantastic.
I think the things that they have done with the internet, the way that they've stayed relevant over 14 years, is incredible. And they've just started directing, and they're doing great in their directing front. There's rave reviews for their show called Day One. They've made a movie, Laser Team, and that's gotten a lot of like acclaim. And it's amazing to see that company evolve and become what it is, and still stay relevant, and still stay like a step ahead in terms of the forever quickly evolving internet. But yeah, I feel like, oh, Enrique, come on! It's hard enough to focus on.
Your red helmet.
It's hard enough to focus on answering the questions, let alone fucking looking at the chat to make sure I'm not missing any questions you guys ask me, and also when your fucking ass is sitting there running red shells in my face. But I feel like maybe the way like Gus Roll presents himself is probably the way that like I see myself presenting myself as well. And he's another person who's very like socially awkward and very like uncomfortable with like social settings, and is someone who lives in a social setting and makes the best of it.
No, it couldn't go any worse.
I mean, I'm in last.
No, I got a crazy 8. I meant to use a star to cut across that little library, and I used the bomb instead. And not only did I get stuck in the dirt, it blew up in my face.
Yeah, you know who heavily influenced the way I live stream?
Who?
PewDiePie.
Ew.
And I'll tell you why. Because, I finished
You know
before.
how not to act.
Yeah, exactly. I know how not to act.
Wow. I'm stuck in a wall.
Why did you hear last?
Whoa, that never happens.
Yeah.
I know. I'm so stuck in a wall, Doc, you had to pull me out.
But yeah, watching, like, the evolution of PewDiePie is, the greatest disciplinary sense of, like, what not to do. Somebody who, like, in the beginning was doing it as a hobby, doing it as, like, something that, like, was fun to do, and, like, genuinely, you could tell having fun with, like, the things he was doing, to somebody who's so forced and so robotic and so, like, overly douchey in every single thing that he does. And does it now clearly just because of the money he pulls in.
Best word?
What's that?
I feel cynical might be the best word.
Yeah. And he's absolutely, like, a sociopath, and that's something that, like, has only happened, like, once he had the fame. And it's a big, like, milestone, and it's just, like, something that's just, like, this is how not to act. And it's amazing that he still gets away with it.
30 beam.
He won't be for long.
Yeah, next question.
Oh, hang on.
What question number is this?
Are there any BSG plans for the future you can share? Then we'll put back on the floor and begin in this race.
Yeah, it's something that I wanted to save, and I was gonna make, like, a formal announcement video on it. But
you can still make the formal announcement video. But
yeah, I'll still make the formal announcement videos, but I'll include the spoilers here. For those of you who do not know, when I went to college, I co-majored. One was in anthropology and one was in journalism. So despite the fact that despite the fact that I can't read too well, I do write very well. And
journalism.
Exactly. Thanks for
I thought you said gerbils.
But
I minored in gerbils.
I just destroyed myself with a. Well, Jay, I hope you're not a gerbler.
Ew, stop that.
But
gerbils.
Yeah, it's Gabe.
Blue shell.
But there is one thing that I've really, like, tossed an idea around a lot with lately, and it's this book / proposed video game. Yeah, it's a script, exactly. There you go. That's the word I was looking for. That could be turned into anything, really, which I actually just recently changed the name to. If you guys don't remember, and it's hard for me to talk about this considering, like, the events that transpired between me and Kino, I was very much invested in writing this video game called Wreckers, which obviously was something that, like, we came very close to finishing, but we had a huge fallout, and that's something that, like, if he steals the work on that, then fuck it, I don't care. But I've really, like, tossed around some brainstorm ideas about another project, which I now renamed Antibodies. Alright, I'll finish talking about this and then I'll let you ask your question and I'll answer your question, Knox. What Antibodies is it's a story about these two people who, when they go to sleep, the next day they wake up as the other person. So, for example, I would wake up as Jay and Jay would wake up as me, and we would live a day in the life of that person with full consciousness of who you are. Like, I would still remember that I am me and have all the knowledge of me in Jay's body in his lifestyle. But I would also still hold the responsibilities of Jay. Like, if Jay was a high school student, I would still have to go to class or choose not to. I would still have full control of the day that happened, but I would also have full like memory and like knowledge of the life that I live on a normal basis. And I would be in Jay's body until I fell asleep again. So obviously it would be switching back and forth. And the idea behind Antibodies 1 was that like the one kid, it was older and he was a college student, you know, he was making his way up the ladder. He was an honor student, you know, had a girlfriend, was really like settling his life. And the other kid was a senior in high school. You know, was a little bit more naive, a little bit more like closed off. The older kid was a lot more brash, and like they were going back and forth. And the older kid realized first what was going on. He realized that like whenever he would fall asleep, he would wake up in this other kid's body and have to live out his life. So he started doing some like fucked up things intentionally, but all of it was kind of like in revenge because the younger kid was trying to live to his best ability a day in the life of the other dude because he thought it was a dream. But, you know, he ended up, like, failing tests, which was really, like, affecting the older kid. He didn't know how to, like, react to, like, the older guy's girlfriend, so, like, she ended up breaking up with him. And essentially, like, he was accidentally ruining the life of the older student. And because of that, the older student was being petty and,
intentionally
screwing things up for the younger kid. And that's really the most I want to go into it because I have a lot of ideas for it. I just don't want to spoil it because it's something that like I want to write, I want to have out to you guys. But that's something that like I'm really excited to start like jotting down ideas and getting it going. And I'll have a formal announcement on that as well. But yeah, keep posted because I have ideas for the first Antibodies, and I have idea for possible second Antibodies. It's something I'm really excited about, even if it's something that never translates into Big Shark Gaming, and it's something I just do in very limited spare time. But I think it, and like, for someone who's like very, very honest with me, which is Kelly, which if she thinks that like my idea is shitty, she'll tell me. She was actually like super supportive of the idea, and she actually really liked the concept of the story.
I really like the idea. I actually do want to see it in action.
I need to tell you the idea for the second one because it's good. I told Kelly it this morning. It's a little bit more like drama suspensey as like opposed to like the first one, which is more like everyday life type thing. But
like, you always like that slice of life stuff.
But I really like the idea for the second one. So much so that I might bump me up to the first one. And just start writing that. Alright, so Knox has said actually I'll answer that as soon as I'm done with this race because it's hard to look over and race at the same time with all these things coming up behind me. I'm gonna lose fifth.
I can read it to you.
Okay, so if I was in New York and I was at your doorstep, would you let me in as a BSG special guest? Yes.
If I knew what you looked like.
Now, I probably, like, we would probably go somewhere, like a coffee shop or something, and do something there. Reason being, I don't really let anybody in my house. It took Dan randomly showing up and coming in.
It wasn't random.
Well, Dan was supposed to come over to pick up. We had extra dinner. We knew we weren't going to eat it, so I called Dan over to come pick up some food. Dan is newly unemployed, so you know I want to just like help him out a little bit, and so he came over. He just ended up staying around for like 45 minutes, which at first I was a little bit weird. You're in luck. Go open the door. I've never once revealed my address.
Our new address.
Our new address.
Our old address.
I know. I don't even know it.
You don't know our new address?
No.
Oh, I'm gonna have to.
I shall message it to you.
Yeah, Kelly's gonna message you right now.
Thank you, Kelly.
Welcome.
Yeah, no, we could definitely go out to like one of the many, many coffee spots around here and just like shoot something together.
No, because that's a little creepy.
Yeah. So Jay, next question. How many more do you got?
Hang on 1 second. Somebody else ask a question.
Somebody else ask a question. Don't text and drive, guys. Have a designated texter.
I can't look at my notebook and drive a chariot. It's distracted horse racing. They say distracted driving is as bad as drunk driving.
We could scientifically prove that because I could get drunk and drive, and you could just be texting me the entire time and drive and see who does better.
I don't drive.
In Mario Kart, Jay.
Oh, I've texted and played Mario Kart before. I'm terrible.
We've done Don't Text and Drive, remember?
That's right, we did.
But,
we were both equally bad.
Yeah.
Mushroom Peak.
Was it Mario Kart or was it Simpsons Road Rage? It was Simpsons Road Rage.
It was Simpsons Road Rage, yes, it was.
Simpsons Road Rage.
And that was for BSG Versus.
Yes, it was. And then we did a Flashback Friday about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember Flashback Friday, kids? How's that for a flashback? Saturday.
I still like your 8-bit arcade.
My Flash Arcade?
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's something you should bring back for the channel.
Where did it leave off when like you moved up here on like the verses? Like
I remember I was killing Jay.
I mean, it was a knife. It wasn't fair. He cheated.
What?
Nothing. My shells, yeah.
Yeah, Jay just had a star and ran through all my red shells. I committed to this way before I even had the items. Another question, this time not a joke. Do I hear a BSG Junk Mario? Yes.
I think you've done that before.
We've done it before, yeah.
Oh shit, yeah.
Yeah, there's been a lot of Don't Drink and Drive Mario Karts.
Okay, so let's see.
And Minecraft, yeah. Don't Drink and Build.
Is 3 more questions.
Okay. We'll get to asking.
Okay. What games are you looking forward to? And when I wrote this down, I accidentally put 2 O's. So, what games are you looking forward as well?
Man, the one game I'm really looking forward to right now, and it's not a game, it's a DLC, but I cannot wait for Horizon's DLC. Well, there's been Drunk Mario. Sorry, I'm jumping to Nox's question real quick. There's been Drunk Mario Kart before, and yeah, there'll be one in the future.
I'll get drunk.
Yeah,
You can ask me.
Kelly and I will both get drunk and we'll play Mario Kart.
Oh, and while we're doing that, I can text you.
Yeah,
there we go.
And I'll drunk text you. Wow, I'll be like the epitome douchebag. But Ever Oasis is a game that came out.
It admits.
Ever Oasis is a game that came out yesterday that I'm super excited to get. I can't wait. I'm really, really, really excited for Mario Odyssey.
You waited a day.
But what?
You said you can't wait for Ever Oasis, but you also said it's out. So
Well,
you're waiting.
Well, yeah. I mean, I have prior obligations right now.
Like rent.
Like rent,
So, Roy
phone
just pushed me
bill.
into the grass.
What?
Roy just pushed me into the grass. I'm telling his dad.
In a few years, I'll be slaying his dad once I grow up and I don't have snaggle teeth anymore. Yeah,
That's never gonna
no,
happen. Junior's always gonna
I can't. I really can't wait for Mario Odyssey. I should be more excited about Splatoon 2.
I can't wait for the Rabbids game.
Oh yeah, Mario Rabbids. I'm really excited. Oh, I just fucking green shelled right into Wii's
Wee.
green shells. I'm really excited for Mario and Luigi's remake.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Is it strange to say that I'm not excited for the Radiant Historia remake?
No.
Wow, this ETC with Dry Bowser just being a dick.
I mean, you explained to me why you're not excited for it, and I can respect that. Honestly, it's the same reason why I wasn't really too excited for Dragon Quest. To the point
Yeah.
where I still haven't picked it up
Oh,
yet.
of course you got fucking lightning bolted.
I probably won't.
I mean, I have it.
I know you have it and you barely play it.
That's not true. I played it today.
What game?
Dragon Quest 8.
The one that I bought you, you barely play?
No, I played it today.
I will slap the shit out of you.
Thanks, Jay.
You're welcome, Kelly.
No, I played it today.
I swear.
Game.
Um,
Never again.
no, I've been playing it on my break.
What part are you up to?
I just beat Calamari.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah.
So you got Jessica?
Yeah.
Huh.
Um,
Yeah, strict physics. That's literally her defining factor.
But yeah, I feel like I could be more excited for Splatoon 2. But I feel like that's a game that's just like I know what to expect, so there's really no reason for me to get excited for it.
There was just somebody trying to skateboard up the hill.
Good luck. Yeah, I think the most excited game I'm excited about now is Mario Odyssey. It looks just so good and
Oh, he's gonna go down there.
so much fun.
I hope he eats it.
Okay, next question. Ready?
Yep.
Okay. If you could work with a big developer on a game, who would it be?
A big what?
Like company?
Yes.
Oh. See, I feel like this answer could end up being a little biased because a lot of people expect me to go NIS America, just because like how we've interacted with them before. But if I was hired for any big time developer,
Before you answer that question, can I shout out my prediction?
yes,
Square?
no, what?
I have a prediction, but I'm not gonna say it.
No, say it.
No.
No, say it.
Who is it?
It would either be Atlas or Level 5. What did you think? Were you thinking the Pokemon Company?
No.
Who?
The people who make that puzzle.
Bandai?
Oh, Gung Ho.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She said Puzzle and Dragons.
Wait, what? Why is he moving?
Yeah, why are you hooning?
You know I am.
Oh, because every single time I've ever interacted with Gung Ho, they've always responded saying,
And nothing
HMM,
else. ...
Hello, Edox. Edox, right now I'm on the hot seat. So if you have any questions you've wanted to ask me ever, now's the time.
Hey, Joe, I just realized something.
What?
On the satellite, it says Rainbow Exploration Agency.
That's weird. I saw a rainbow today.
You saw a rainbow?
Yep.
It never rained here, so we didn't have a rainbow.
It wasn't supposed to rain here today, and it did. And
It was supposed to rain here, and it didn't.
yeah, I would either work with Level 5 or Atlas. Atlas, for a long time, has been one of my favorite game developers.
Yes,
Oh,
to the point where
shit.
you played For the Princess just because it was Atlas.
I played so
Okay.
many terrible games that were made by Atlas just because it was by Atlas. And then I started working at
This
Atlas.
isn't a terrible game.
Is that the only reason why you want to work there?
A big reason why I wanted to work at Atlas Park was because I wanted to say I worked at Atlas, yes.
Like when you said that you worked at Fox, and you said you worked at the news station?
That was funny. I work at Fox, guys. I do. I work at Fox.
And you're thinking of quitting Fox.
I'm thinking about quitting Fox.
Yeah, it's okay. So did Krusty the Clown.
You worked at the Fox? I mean, you could say that you could have worked at the bar, too.
There's a,
Copper Fox.
I didn't know that was a thing.
It's down by, like out back of the bus station.
Oh.
Whoop, there's a turn I gotta take.
Well, yeah, I would love to work at Level 5 just because, like, they're so good at, like, mapping and doing stuff like fantasy, like, oh, I stole Enrique's star when he tried to blow me up with his
And
bomb.
Nino Kuni and Dragon Quest 8 and 9 and Rhythm Thief.
Yeah.
And
There's so many good level 5 games that are just so underrated. And I love it.
Especially Professor Layton. Nobody even talks about Professor Layton.
There's a new one.
He has a bunch of games.
There's a new one.
There is a new one, I know, that's why I'm bringing him up.
Professor Layton.
I think Kelly would like Professor Layton.
Who's that?
I think so too.
It's a detective game.
Ooh.
You solve puzzles to try and complete crimes.
So like what I do now.
Yeah, but it's not always like puzzles like, oh, fucking Christ.
Is some of it like defined things?
Yeah,
it's like logic puzzles.
you have to like find like little notes and shit. It's cool. It's
You'd like it.
yeah, I think you would like it. It's kind of cartoony, but
So I won't get text messages from
no, you won't be getting text messages from the killer who was kidnapped.
What?
Oh yeah.
And Alice has always made good games like Riviera to Promised Land,
And Shin Megami Tensei.
Shin Megami Tensei, or Digital Devil Saga, or Persona, or Etrian Odyssey.
Or the mixture of Shin Megami Tensei and Persona.
Oh, is there really?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Except for that Shin Megami Tensei Persona Fire Emblem crossover. I don't know about that.
Oh yeah, FE Mirage, whatever.
Question my
Whatever
name.
it's called.
All right, next question.
Let's see.
Next question. Oh, again?
Again? What tips would you give to upcoming YouTube gamers?
Don't force yourself.
Yeah, we kind of answered that question too, didn't we?
Yeah, don't force yourself. Like I said earlier, there's a game for everybody. If you love a game and you want to show off that you love that game, then that's the perfect thing to start with. Don't let anybody tell you your content is bad, because remember, you're making your content for yourself. If you would watch your own content, that's the most important part of it. I would absolutely go back and watch most of Big Shark Gaming's content.
Like the Reese's Cup Challenge?
Yes, I have rewatched the Reese's Cup Challenge, and I think Jay and I are overdue for doing that again, and we could do that now over Google Hang. The Reese's Cup Challenge.
No, I don't know if I want to.
Why
Too
don't
much
you just do
PTSD.
Bean Boozled again?
No, we'll never do Bean Boozled again.
I think you should.
Oh, no.
Jay almost died.
We?
No, I said Jay.
Jay almost died?
Yeah, Jay almost died.
Sure, what kind of jelly bean?
No, it was just skunk.
I almost threw up nothing.
He was throwing up like straight acid. Get back here, you bullet.
I remember you made Jay eat sardines.
Yes, that was for BSG Versus. They were anchovies.
Oh, that's right.
Because it was supposed to be sardines, but they didn't have sardines.
Which would have been funny, because I think I was playing the Sky at the time.
Oh, man.
And sardines are a big deal in the game.
Yeah, big hint, really big suggestion for YouTube. Just be yourself. Make content that you would watch, and that's the only thing that really matters. And just have fun with it. It takes a long time to get going. There's no instant success when it comes to YouTube. People do it for years before they start getting recognized. Game Grumps did it for years before they got recognized. PewDiePie was 4 years in before he had 10,000 subscribers.
Nuts.
I mean, it's not something that's going to happen overnight, and you gotta realize that.
Yes, and like, people think, oh, people get famous off YouTube or for one video. Yeah, you have to have a really fucking good video. Something that goes viral, it doesn't just go viral because whatever it is, either super outstanding, funny, or just really, really in the right place at the right time.
I had this discussion with Jackie the other day. Because she said she was going to be YouTube famous.
One last question, and it is a two-parter, pretty much a three-parter.
Alright, so this is going to be the last race, guys.
Let's see.
If you have any last questions, ask now.
Yes, you guys ask your last questions now, and then I'll ask my last question. We can end it on that.
No, you can still ask your question.
No, no.
Is it stupid?
Kinda. I'm not gonna be able to say it without laughing.
Say it.
Oh, that's your address now, isn't it? I will make it our thumbnail. Oh, wait, it's starting.
Our thumbnail now is fantastic. I think it might be the thumbnail for every single Mario Kart.
It's great.
No, it is not allowed.
It's fantastic.
I know what thumbnail I'm going to use when I interview Jay. It's one of my favorite pictures of Jay of all time.
Oh, no. I'm deleting that picture, sir.
You can't delete it. I have it.
I will hack into your house.
My house is ran by one single iPad, after all.
And the password is password.
The password is 123 ABCD.
Do re mi?
Yeah, ask your question.
Can't. Busy driving.
Why are you so embarrassed by this question?
Because it's gonna date the video.
What?
It's gonna date the video.
Oh man.
P.O. box.
They can send it to the old apartment.
No, because that's
If you want to send fan mail, you could send it to Jay's address.
Don't give out your parents'
Oh God.
address.
If you want to find Jay on Facebook,
Don't.
hit up one of his friends.
Yeah, I'll just give them Dan's address.
You're not.
Hey Dan.
If you guys are ever really insistent on sending fan mail, I guess I'll have to... Oh, I just stole someone's star through a bomb.
We'll have to open a P.O. box.
Yeah. You're not kidding.
Jay, open up a P.O. box.
No, that costs money.
Yeah. Your point being?
I don't want to do that.
I know.
Until we're getting a lot.
I'll send you fan mail.
It has to start somewhere. It has to start sometime. What better place than here?
Who lives closer to the post office, you or Jay?
Us.
Yeah, so you would have to do it because that's just the nice thing to do.
I mean, I can look in to see how much P.O. boxes.
I think it was $10 a month or something.
Besides, my post office sucks.
Yeah, your post office does suck.
I'm not sure if I'm going to get this shirt I ordered.
What?
I'm literally checking it every couple of hours. That's how bad my post office is.
Is it
How
there?
could you send fan mail?
If you're really insistent on sending fan mail, we'll try and find a way. I'm not going to open up a P.O. box for $10 a month for one piece of fan mail. But I will find a way for you,
Ready?
Knox. You have our Gmail, so. Alright, Jay, ask this question.
Okay, hang on now. I need to get the giggles out of me.
This is going to be a good question.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. Race is starting.
No, ask the question.
I can't. I can't say it.
Why don't you text it to me and I'll read it?
Okay, give me Give me 3 minutes.
I can't even begin to imagine what this question is. Jay's having a good time with it.
Hang on.
Is it really that funny?
No. Not really.
Then why are you laughing so much?
I don't know.
Is it like a
It's
humor?
just...
Is it a humorous question, or is it like...
Yeah, it's not a serious question at all.
Well,
Okay.
it makes me feel better about
I think I'm good.
It makes me feel better about the last question that I have written down for you not being a serious question at all.
No, you always end on a joke. That's the rule. Okay. Let's try this. Oh God, again, I can't say.
This is worse
I'm gonna have to send it to you. Hang on.
This is worse than like someone saying "I love you" to somebody for the first time. And you're like, Eula, what are you trying to say? I love ICJ fish.
Ew.
And I'm gonna touch your girl. Hey, you wanna touch in public? Girl, I love
Okay.
your body, wanna be your
One
brother.
second. Let me send it to you in video format because that's the joke.
Jay, I just want to hear you ask the question.
Okay, give me like another minute to finish this race, and I'll collect myself and I'll ask the question.
Yeah, because this is the last race of the stream, no matter what.
Hang on, I'm trying to catch who.
I'm trying to catch you. Kelly the other day hatched a 10k egg, and it was from Reap, and she had enough candy to evolve into a Flaffy right away. And I've never been so salty.
Okay, let's get this question ready. Would you consider yourself a villain? Have you ever caught a good guy like a real superhero? Have you ever tried to disguise?
Yeah, have you ever tried it? That'd be weird.
Wait. Do I see myself as a villain? Have I ever tried to be a superhero? And have I ever tried to disguise? Those are the questions?
Yes.
Do I see myself as a villain? Absolutely. I don't know why. I always imagine myself as like this villain.
I don't.
But I imagine myself as like kind of like a Deadpool. Whereas like sometimes I'm a villain, sometimes I'm a hero. It depends on who's paying. So it's like Jay sent an attachment. Hold on. He sent me Lazy Town. We are number 1. So if you guys want to watch along, head over to Lazy Town's official YouTube, which has 213k subscribers. For some ever, do I see myself as a superhero? No.
Oh man, I am 1 point short of being 7777.
Have you ever tried to disguise?
Have I ever tried? Yeah. So do I see myself as a villain? For some reason, I always envision myself as a villain because people usually don't like me, and it's usually because of the way that I carry myself. I'm very confident in my work ability and my work ethic, and the things that I am capable of achieving, and because of that, I'm disliked. But that could also be like a very Tony Stark Iron Man,
Yeah,
because
it's a good one.
Tony Stark is very, very smug,
Arrogant.
wealthy, and he's a superhero.
Why'd you throw wealthy in there?
Well, because he is. Like, people hate him because of like his wealth and shit. Which one of the big things was like, oh, what are you just gonna buy superhero powers? Because he doesn't really have superhero powers; he just has a superhero suit.
What about Batman?
Well, Batman is another one who just uses his money as like technology. Do I see myself as a villain? For some reason, yes, I do. And that's just because my personality drives people to dislike me. But that's mostly because of my confidence in my abilities, which means that I could technically be a hero, and which also ties into the fact that like, if you've earned my like and my trust, I will defend you. Which, you've learned, Gabe has learned, like, once I like you, you've earned that respect, then it's usually, like, a thing that lasts a while. It's hard to, like, burn your bridges with me. And, like, have I ever tried to disguise?
You tried squeezing into Ian's Halloween costume once. The Spider-Man one.
Yeah. Have I ever tried to disguise myself? In a costume, yes. Everybody dresses up for Halloween. My favorite costume was still when I was Green Knight.
What did Enrique just send? Are those eyes?
Yeah. Have I ever tried to disguise the person I am? No. I've always been very, like, face-to-face. I've never been, like, an alter ego type of thing. I know who I am, and I never have any reason to try and change that. But have I ever tried to disguise? If I could, I would definitely bring back Super Shark.
Bring back?
Yeah, well, officially create Super Shark. But that's a story for another day. I want to thank you guys for watching and listening to this crazy interview that took an hour and 12 minutes when it should have took 30 minutes. But I want to thank Jay for these fun questions and these whack questions. Thank you guys for getting involved. And remember, fuck you, Enrique, jumping the gun. Hi, Funny Vova. I know you're a fan. You're one of our friends here on WIi U.
Are you our biggest fan?
Be sure to like and subscribe. Enrique, keep going. I'm going to read this as like a teleprompter now. Waiting for it to scroll. Be sure to like and subscribe. I'm late. I just came to leave. Yeah, if you guys have any questions you want me to answer, feel free to leave them in the comment section down below. Edox, thank you for actually making a comment. Looking forward to hearing from you once in our next video. Edox is the quiet type, and I like that. But yeah, thank you guys, and I will see you guys tomorrow.
I like it when people are quiet.
And Tuesday, I will be interviewing Jay over whatever game Jay so feels. Thank you guys, and comment down below any questions you feel like asking.